Cathie Wood says demand for Tesla vehicles has crashed. It's fallen through the floor. It's non-existent. No one wants Teslas anymore. Everyone hates Tesla. Everyone hates Elon Musk. It's just gone all to hell. They also say that everyone wants a Lexus. Apparently 17% of luxury car buyers want a Lexus, 22% want a Cadillac, 15% want an Audi, and only around 11% actually are considering a Tesla. Now there is one very big problem with this. That is, the statistics prove this is very, very questionable. And one has to really wonder what's actually going on here, because Lexus sales this year in the United States have crashed. They've fallen through the floor. They're down nearly 36%. Tesla sells more than twice as many cars. And Lexus doesn't offer any compelling electric vehicle. There's an interesting thread on Reddit. The website Cathie Wood was sold to another company that panders to certain car companies, making their cars seem more valuable than they really are. I heard that KBB was sold to a company and car companies pay the website to make some of their cars depreciate less and see more value, making Cathie Wood a bought and paid for company. Now there's thousands of comments and responses on that thread. I don't know the true answer. A lot of people agree, some don't. But frankly, this survey has me wondering, Cathie Wood, are you really telling the truth? A truly bizarre report has come out and been reported on by many mainstream news channels, including, unfortunately, by Electric. This is garbage. I did some research on it, and hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people have seen this report and thought, well, it must be true. But when you start to dig into this data, which claims that interest in Tesla vehicles has collapsed, fallen off a cliff in the United States, well, you start to realize that it looks like Big Oil, maybe Toyota, maybe some other car company have simply paid for this because, frankly, my friends, it's garbage. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. Great to see you. Welcome to all the new subscribers, and welcome back, everyone else. Thank you for tuning in. Want to let you know, you can get a 10% discount on tickets to Fully Charged Live in Sydney, which will be in March next year. I'll put the discount code in the description below. If you want to get those tickets, you can use that code to get that discount. Now, you can also get a discount to the show in San Diego and as well to some other events for Fully Charged next year, which I'll be at. So I'll be at San Diego, Sydney, and Fully Charged in London next year. I'm looking forward to seeing all of you. I'll be presenting, and I'm actually hoping that we can all get together and meet up and have a chat and have a look at some of the new cool tech that's going to be on display at those shows as well. Electric and, well, other media organizations have reported that Tesla has seen a significant drop in buyer interest, according to apparently a Cathie Wood respected survey. And Electric says they think they know why there's been a drop in interest. Well, let's see what they had to say, and let's see if there's any real credibility to this. This survey shows a huge drop in consumer interest in buying Tesla vehicles. Electric says they know why. Cathie Wood has released its latest brand watch survey. The company claims that shopper interest in Tesla vehicles has plummeted. That's the word they use, plummeted, as in it's basically fallen off a cliff. Meanwhile, shopper interest in Tesla plummeted quarter over quarter. Tesla fell to 6th from 5th in the rankings of most shopped luxury brands, with 12% of all luxury shoppers considering a Tesla, down 3 percentage points from Q2 2022, and notably the largest quarter over quarter loss for any luxury brand. Shopping consideration for the Model 3 sedan declined by 10% from the second quarter, and the Tesla Model Y and Model S both fell off the top 10 most shopped luxury vehicle lists for the first time in 2 years. If this was true, then you would think it would be suggesting that Americans have lost interest in electric cars. Because frankly, what else is there? I mean, there's not a lot of options in the US right now. Yeah, other manufacturers have a small number of EVs, But realistically, there's not a whole lot of choice in this segment right now. In the US, in China, yeah, you could see this happening in China. You could say, well, maybe it's possible. In the US, well, this would have to suggest only one thing, right? That EV demand is about to basically plummet. Despite the drop, Model 3, the Tesla Model 3 remains the third most desired vehicle according to the survey, which was done on who knows who. Nobody knows who was actually surveyed. The Model 3 is also number one in the luxury category based on this survey. So somehow Tesla's demand has plummeted. Their vehicles, no one wants to buy them anymore in the US according to the survey, but everyone wants to buy the Model 3 because it's number one in the luxury category. Obviously, there's a bit of a contradiction there, right? But the more expensive Model Y had a significant drop in interest in the US, and that might be explained by the fact that the SUV is expected to qualify for the new federal tax credit starting in January, and by the fact that I've said that eventually they'll have M3P batteries and a structural battery pack from CHL, and some people are saying, should I wait? And I'm saying, well, up to you. Now, I don't know if that had any effect at all. It could have, but I think most likely, yes, it is very likely, in fact, that the federal tax credit, $7,500 is a huge difference, right, in terms of the price of a vehicle, is affecting this so-called crash in demand. In other words, there's not really a crash in demand. People are simply waiting so they can get $7,500 US. That would make sense if it were true. Now, while Tesla has dominated the EV market in the US for years, despite being at a disadvantage against other automakers who had access to the $7,500, Tesla haven't had access to this for more than a year now. So Tesla have been outselling their rivals, luxury car rivals. Lexus has lost a massive amount of market share this year, right? Tesla's outselling them. They're growing enormously in the US. Their luxury car rivals, the only one of them is actually growing is Mercedes. The others are basically not growing. And yet, people don't want Teslas. That's what Kelley Blue Book and Electric and other media organizations are saying. Is there any truth to this? Well, let's consider the reality here. Kelley Blue Book says the number one most in-demand vehicle in the luxury segment in the US is the Cadillac Escalade, which sold 29,679 units for the entire first 3 quarters of the year. In other words, less than 10,000 in every 3 months. So they're selling what? 3,300 per month. 3,300 per month. All right, that's the number one most popular luxury car according to the Kelley Blue Book survey. Number 2, the Enclave. The Enclave sold 22,813 for the first 3 quarters of the year. In other words, 2,500 per month. Literally 2,500 per month. Tesla Model 3, who they're saying is in third place, sold 138,100 in the first 3 quarters, or 15,400 per month. So Tesla sold 7 times more cars than Cadillac Escalades were sold, but apparently, according to Blue Book, the Escalade is in more demand than the Model 3. Is there any legitimacy to this test? I mean, completely, the numbers just don't support it at all. Now, the thing is, it's even worse when you look at the Model Y, right? Tesla Model Y apparently is the 10th placed vehicle. They're saying it's fallen off a cliff. However, they sold 162,000 Model Ys. That's nearly 6 times as many vehicles sold as the first place vehicle in this list. Frankly, this list has no legitimacy whatsoever. It's probably just paid for by some company. Realistically, Kelley Blue Book, how do they get paid? How do they make money? Now, realistically, I don't even know how they make money, to be honest, but I do know that when they give you a value on your car, it's based on previous sales. So the sales data that they use for all the sales of that car, they average it out, get an aggregate number and give you the idea of what that is. This survey though, I don't know who they did the survey on. I don't know when they did the survey. I don't know actually what country the survey was done in. I mean, what states? Obviously, it's probably done in North America. I'm going to guess maybe, but I don't know what states it was done in North America. So realistically, until we know all that information, well, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense as well because the numbers just don't add up. For example, if the vehicle in 10th place in terms of perceived demand is selling a rate that is 12 times higher than the vehicle in second place, then I just don't understand the methodology here. Now, could there be a temporary slowdown in Tesla's vehicle sales in the US? There could be, but if there was, you would think Tesla would do what they've done in China and in some countries in Europe: pull the demand levers, reduce the prices on their cars, which are already very high historically, and do that to create more demand, then simply increase the price back to where it was in January of next year once the cars qualify for the tax incentive. This would be the most logical thing Tesla would do if there was a slowdown in demand for their cars in North America. And that's why I believe there probably actually isn't. But that's just my take on this. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.